Hey everybody, hey Dave Mitchell here. Fully Autism, episode 122. And yes, a lot of stuff have happened in the last 48 hours, or check it less than that. One, I was concerned about a friend who got missing last night. It's been confirmed that they died. Body was found in a river in Tennessee. Very rough. Found a body in a river. Also, I'm in a lot of pain in my neck because that will help my grandma move and everything. But yeah, but I'm in a lot of pain in my neck like right now. That was a bad idea. Deal. Like it was actually a bad idea to do that. But yeah, and whew, it for my friend being dead and found in the river in Arkansas. That was rough. They found him earlier this morning. But yeah. Ooh, and with my neck, with my pulled muscle right here, it hurts. And the funny thing is that work called me today to tell me that I could come in tomorrow and work, so I might be doing that. I might come in after 12. So, yeah. And yeah, also, well, I was helping my grandma earlier. I already said that, but going through a little bit of pain right now and a lot of stuff. So, yeah, it's crazy. Also, you guys probably seen it from last night's video that my fiance Phil, she finally got the Valentine gifts that I got her. But I have to link to her YouTube channel. Excuse me, down at the description down below. But yeah, okay, now let's get to the hurts up. But I might be a little slow because of the pain. Just to know. Because pain is not fun to have, even if it's your neck. If you guys know what I mean. But yeah, I gotta read some of the messages. Hmm, 1 minute, guys. Somebody just messaged me. One minute, guys. But yeah, it's crazy. But it's crazy. A little upsetting. I knew something bad was going to happen to my friend earlier, but did not even expect it to be that bad. Like, literally, it's rough. But yeah, sorry about that. Friend, it texted me about something, but it gonna be a little bit of a slow night. Live stream won't be very long. It should probably be normal or a little short. But yeah, let me see what we have today. But I might show you guys the video of my fiance at the end of the live stream getting her gifts. But yeah. Ooh, neck is still in pain. Oh, but yeah. Now let's get to the first thing today. And it's about a school going a little too far. You have an ear. Mm-hmm. So let me get copied it. There we go.
Suicide after being 11-year-old boy commits suicide after being bullied about his weight. 2.13 meters. Share. Tweet. Philadelphia, PA. Philip Spruill, an 11-year-old boy from Philadelphia, committed suicide apparently after being bullied repeatedly for months by his classmates. The fifth grader, who was targeted by bullies because of his weight, was even the one labeled a troublemaker in school, even though he was only defending himself from the real bullies. He was a very sensitive little boy. He loved to laugh. He loved to play. He wanted to make friends with everybody he saw. He was a very kind little boy, Philip's grandmother, Linda Lash Smith, said in an interview on SiriusXM's The Clay Kane Show. Lash Smith added that while her grandson, who goes to Benjamin B. Comegys Elementary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, wouldn't show the other kids that he is bothered by the hurtful comments, he often came home crying to her and his parents because of it. Philip's 7-year-old younger brother was also bullied. Lash Smith said other kids were calling him gay because he likes to dance and twirl around. They would make hurtful comments on the school bus and school saying, "Here comes fatty and faggot." The boy's family tried to talk to the school officials to stop the bullying. However, Philip himself has been suspended 15 times between September and March because he was apparently interacting in fights. He was labeled a troublemaker, although he wasn't the one starting the fight.
Mm-hmm.
He only had to defend himself and his brother, his grandmother said. Philip, who struggled with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, also developed anxiety and depression due to the harassment at school. Last April 5th was probably Philip's last straw when he tried to ask help from the support staff at school, but he was allegedly ignored. He was told to wait as the staff was dealing with someone else. But he was afraid the school bus would leave him and he didn't want his younger brother to be on the bus alone. After returning home that day, Philip took his own life. His younger brother was heartbroken and said, "My protector is gone." Meanwhile, school district spokesperson Lee Wax said the district and the Comegys school are deeply saddened by this tragedy. He said in a statement, "We always take reports of bullying seriously. There were no founded instances of this child being bullied." His family has set up a GoFundMe page where online donations can be made.
But yeah, it's up and all today. Bullying, it's up and not playing around with. People who did that, they ended up in Jewy to him. And I'll be honest about that. The people who were put out, they should be fired. It's pretty bad. But people who done that to him should have been fired. I'm afraid that they kept their job after that. That would not have been acceptable here in South Carolina. You know, South Carolina don't have very good regular schools. It's just at that rate, they would have not been acceptable down here. But it's not right. Okay, let's get to the next one.
CWTW, transphobia, detransitioning, transition regret, functioning labels, tell me if I need to add another. My aunt sent me this message today and it is making me sick. I am autistic. I cannot stand when my family calls me. My aunt sent me this message today and it is making me sick. I am autistic. I cannot stand when my family calls me high functioning. I might be non-binary. This aunt keeps sending me right-wing content, thinks she can stop me from being indoctrinated by liberals. She is also worried that I am going to destroy my mom's hard work keeping me gluten and vaccine free and make myself less high functioning. I am posting this on several places, some autistic pages and some gender pages. I don't know if I should respond, if so, with what, or just ignore. I have never told a family member about my gender questioning. If any transgender, non-binary and or autistics can offer advice, that would be amazing. Edit, I added the screenshots. Image description, screenshot of a message from Kimberly Renee of an article with the title, "Some of the hundreds of people living with transition regret are speaking out" by activist Mommy. Article description says, "It's absolutely tragic to see so many young people being led astray by their own parents and irresponsible LGBT activists. The damage being done to their bodies during the transition process is often." ActivistMommy.com. Message from Kimberly Renee saying, "I sent you this because I kept hearing about this population of mostly high-functioning autistic women who have transitioned and then regret it. This article just came in through my feed. There is an error though. The article claims that there aren't male and female brains, but any neuroscientist or biologist will tell you otherwise."
Mm-hmm. Yep. You do have parents like that, and though parents are just narcissistic, and sometimes the families are. It's changed. Some places are narcissistic and crazy. But yeah.
If this isn't allowed, I completely understand, but I wanted to design some art to represent autism, at least for me. I am sick and tired of everything that is autism related, stickers, shirts, etc., being mostly puzzle pieces. Sure, there is also the unity symbol, and I've seen a butterfly or two, but they didn't seem to fit me.
Mhm.
I would love to get some feedback if anyone would feel comfortable doing so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think the symbol is good. I'll be honest. I think it's good. And that my opinion. We all have different opinion in how we feel. Like literally. One minute. But it's crazy. Like it's straight up crazy. And you know, one minute. Hmm. But that scene is pretty, good. Let me get to the other one.
As some people who follow this page might know, my youngest son is autistic. My husband is as well, and I am in the process of getting my official diagnosis, 3 in the family. God help us. For the longest time, people have correlated the puzzle piece with autism, thanks in no small part to Autism Speaks, which I and my family refuse to support in any way.
Mm-hmm.
The puzzle piece is very hurtful to a lot of autistics, and yet it's on almost all clothing out there, on stickers, in art. I'd rather try to make my own representation of living on the spectrum. Enter my little rabbits here, laughing face. I know everyone has a different experience, but for me, autism is like a rabbit hopping all over the place at times, dragging me along on a sometimes fun, sometimes scary, never boring adventure. Lol.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have used the rainbow colors to represent the spectrum, but I don't like how it encroaches on gay pride. I'd rather have something unique. So I went with a more holographic feel. I'm not even sure if any of that makes sense, even to other autistics, but I needed to get this out of my system, and I am really proud of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, that I find brilliant and smart. Like, if we can find any way to show ourselves and work on stuff, it can be a bigger help for our community. Like, literally. And it's something I find smart and brilliant.
Autistics, do you suspect any of your undiagnosed relatives or friends are autistic? If so, how? ETA, for me, my older sister is diagnosed, and I strongly suspect my dad and one of my friends are.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we are a minority. But people try to, make it look bad, It's crazy, but yeah.
CW, Dad. I have often wondered about my dad, before I wondered about myself even. However, he suffered the trauma of losing his dad at age 9, and then being told he had to be man of the house now. He's 70, so that's what happened in his generation. So some stuff could be explained through that, and also his side of my family do not encourage showing emotion at all. He loves routine. He is generally very happy, but you can tell that anything that messes with his routines really bothers him.
Okay, that generation that he came from, well, a bad generation. Full of ignorance. Because people don't show emotions are actually more dangerous than people who do. Because not autistic people, but people who say they're normal think it okay to keep your emotions inside and don't show them. Like, this is a mentality that is prevalent between neurotypicals. Not all neurotypical. There are neurotypical people out there who show their emotions, but there are a lot out there who are ignorant and ableistic who don't. It's not right. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, Gene. But yeah.
TW, looking for a cure, let me know if I should add more. This just went up in a group I'm in, and a lot of autistics in the group are actually backing it up. IDK, what's going on? Does anyone have statistics or articles that I can throw at the thread?
That come from the dark net group. I would be pissed too because that it did. Not all the people are autistic, and trust me. And the dark web, and I mean it. But yeah.
Hey folks. Autism Awareness Month is coming up, and it feels like it is usually dominated by holistic-led groups like National Autistic Society.
Mm-hmm.
I want to promote actual autistic lead groups instead. Can anyone recommend good UK-based autistic-led groups? Could be support groups, advocacy organizations, or other useful folks. Thank you in advance. Eddie, he, him.
I have friends who can do that and can help that person out. I can get in contact with them later. But yeah.
CW, mention of functioning labels on the meme, even if it's censored. Suggestions. Hey guys, it's been a while. I'm really wanting to ask this, but I think I finally have the money to buy some things. Can you guys recommend some good online stores where I can buy bottoms related to autism acceptance, like those My Autism is Spicy, Neurodiversity Acceptance, STEM positive stuff, hashtag Red Instead, hashtag Light Up Gold or O stuff, hashtag Actually Autistic stuff, and something along those lines. I would love to get some to put in my college backpack and even wear it sometimes, but it's really hard to get some due to the BRL real US dollar conversion. Sometimes it's too expensive in BRL. I'd always wanted to show up my auto pride to the world, but due to this dollar BRL problem, I couldn't do this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And since I started college recently, I really want to be clear and proud about a such important part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please send some store suggestions? Amazon stores and hashtag Actually Autistic made stuff would be amazing as well. And thank you very much in advance for your help, Red Heart. Image description. In this image you can find Batman in the right side of the image slapping Robin's face. The reason why Batman is slapping Robin's face is because Robin mentioned a functioning label. The label word itself is censored to avoid any possible triggering, so you can only find the word autism, but the original one is insert the functioning label, autism, and Batman replies the obliged Robin remarks with no. It's always spicy. Showing our real opinion about autism versus functioning labels. P.S. This is my first time doing this.
Right.
I really hope I didn't miss anything or did something wrong. Feel free to correct me on this image description. Thank you so much, Red Heart.
She did a lot of stuff right, and not a good friend of mine. But yeah, they did stuff right in that, and that I have to give a flaw for.
I've spent hours today getting all my wedding photos uploaded. Not because I wanted to, but because I have been having near panic attacks because of everyone asking me when they will be shared. I had people start asking not 36 hours after the wedding. Why can't NTs just accept that things will happen when they are ready to happen?
That's true. I have that problem with my parents. But yeah.
If you're neurodivergent and have Disney Plus, do yourself a favor and watch Loop. I openly sobbed after. Thank you, Pixar, for working with the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network to bring awareness to what life is like for us on the inside. I never thought I'd see someone like me on TV, but I'm unspeakably grateful that everyone else gets the chance to too. Growing heart. Loop hashtag Asan hashtag Pixar hashtag actually autistic hashtag representation matters.
I'm not showing the video because it's owned by Disney and I don't want to get the copyright strike. So for people, please go watch that video and you would see it. Also, I got something special for my BFF that I went to prom with back a couple of years ago. Yes, I went to prom back when I went to high school. And it was good. But it's amazing too. Because I did my best friend, and yes, I'm friend with her boyfriend too. With pretty good. And my best friend is about to be on the TV, so it's gonna be
Hey
ironic.
people, do you ever find your special interests move so fast? Like maybe it doesn't count then as a special interest, but I often find myself all consumed and obsessed with something and it lasts a few months, then I get over it until I find the next thing. A few examples. Drag queens, slime, Doctor Who, being human, certain artists, certain internet celebrities, especially their style. All-time low. My chem.
That from a friend of mine. But yeah. Let me check the article in English. If it not, then we're going to have to skip it because you gotta know. Actually, it is in English, so that has to be good for me. But that is some very good news. But yeah. I'm trying to get it to work. 1 minute, guys. But yeah. Oh. One minute. Hmm. 1 minute. But it's crazy. But yeah, you know. But it's crazy. Also, coming Friday, my mom will have surgery on her neck and right on the spinal cord because I need to tell it out real quick because my mom will have surgery 2 week on her spinal cord right here on the neck. One minute. But yeah. Like they'll be doing surgery from the front, meaning the voice box they will move, meaning she won't be able to speak for a few days after the surgery. But there we go. Copy. But they're coming in from the front because when they do surgery on the spinal cord in the neck, they're going to be fusing two of her spine discs together in her neck. But I'm going to be helping my mom out a lot afterward, meaning she won't be able to do that much job, meaning her health will slow down. But
Special Committee on PWD.
I'll get that started in a minute, but that job Bob and Rose span will slow down a little bit more because of that. So yeah.
Special Committee on PWDs created in-house. 455. Shares.
From Philippines.
Share it. Published December 24th, 2019, 5:39 p.m. By Ben Rosario. A Committee on Persons with Disabilities (PWD) has been formed in the House of Representatives to act on all measures addressing the welfare and affecting PWDs. House of the Representatives, Alvin Kasiban, Manila Bulletin, file photo. In a press conference, Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano said Negros Occidental Rep. Ma. Lourdes Arroyo has been named chairman of the new House panel. Already, at least 28 measures have been referred to the committee, which used to be subcommittee under the Committee on Social Services. Wheelchair-bound Arroyo is the sister-in-law of former President and Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. This is her second term as member of the lower house. Cayetano underscored the need to create the PWD panel, which will handle legislative measures addressing their concerns and welfare. Meanwhile, Cayetano also disclosed that the House Committee on Disaster Management, chaired by Leyte Rep. Lucy Torres Gomez, will prioritize legislative measures proposing better risk reduction management programs. Cayetano said Gomez has proposed the creation of a template for housing children during times of natural disasters.
About time that they do that, you know? Like literally. But it's about time to do that. They don't even do that here in the US, and they are now doing it in the Philippines. It took time, but yeah. And oi, that crazy. Now we get to something that really got under my gear.
University leaves disabled students segregated at the back of lectures. By John Pring on the 13th of February 2020. Category, Education. Listen with WebReader Focus. A disabled student has been left, isolated, and segregated by her university's failure to make her lectures accessible to her. Sarah Marie da Silva, a first-year zoology student and a wheelchair user, has been trying since her first day on the course to persuade the University of Hull to make changes that would allow her to attend lectures alongside fellow students. She said the university's failure to act on her access concerns persuaded her to publish a photograph taken by one of her lecturers last Friday, which showed her being forced to sit alone at the back of a lecture theater, segregated from fellow students, without a desk to take notes on pictured. The university later admitted the situation was not acceptable. Now she has warned she will consider legal action against the university for breaching the Equality Act if it fails to take action. Hull is just the latest university to face complaints from disabled students and staff over the last 18 months. Last month, Disability News Service (DNS) reported how disabled students had accused University College London of repeatedly failing to make reasonable adjustments and overcharging them for their accessible accommodation. Last summer, disabled students at London South Bank University said they were taking legal action over claims of disability discrimination. And in August 2018, DNS reported how the University of Liverpool was facing claims that it forced a disabled member of staff to scour the campus for accessible rooms in which she could deliver her lectures, and even told her that it might be considered reasonable for her to go downstairs on her bottom in some circumstances rather than be timetabled into ground floor or fully accessible rooms. In some lectures, Da Silva has been forced to sit at the back in isolation because of a flight of steps, while in others she has had to sit at the front near the lecturer, separated again from her fellow students. Sometimes, after arriving to see a set of stairs that prevent her from joining other students, she has left before the lecture begins after finding the access barriers she was facing too distressing. On other occasions, she has been able to access the front of the lecture theater, where there has been a movable desk. But these desks have a brake on their wheels that she cannot reach because of her impairment, so she can only use the desk if she arrives early enough and the lecturer is able to help her adjust it. Even if there is a desk and she can use it, she is still left isolated from her fellow students at the front of the class. She told Disability News Service yesterday, Wednesday, "I have experienced access issues in pretty much every building I've been in, and some of the buildings are like 3 years old. I've been told this by several staff members. I feel segregated from everyone. I'm isolated and I feel abandoned by the university. It has severely impacted my mental health. It is degrading and inhumane." She has had support since September from lecturers, her tutor, the student union, and the university's disability team, as well as her boyfriend and her university wheelchair basketball team. But she said the university had done nothing except move to slightly more accessible lecture theaters and then ignore us. She added, "I've gone through many departments, lecturers, my tutor, and tried to suggest temporary and long-term solutions, and nothing has been done. I don't blame my lecturers or the disability team because they've been trying their best, but it's the people higher up who are refusing to do anything other than move me about. I won't consider legal action until Hull University comes forward with a solution. If it's not good enough, then I will consider legal action." The university has only commented on the access failure shown in the photograph, and it has refused to comment on the other concerns Da Silva has raised throughout her course. A spokesperson said, "We are very sorry that this has happened. Clearly it is not acceptable. We take these matters very seriously, and a colleague from our student services team is looking into what has happened now. We are committed to working with our students to put in place any additional support or adjustments where needed. Unfortunately, it is clear this hasn't happened in this case. We carry out independent accessibility surveys and audits across our estate and make every effort to ensure the campus is accessible for all. As a university, we are continuing to invest in and develop our campus, and ensuring our buildings are accessible forms a large part of this. This particular building is listed, and as a result, we are unable to make structural alterations to this room. A rigorous process is undertaken to ensure rooms allocated for teaching sessions take into account students' additional requirements, but unfortunately it is clear a mistake has happened on this occasion. We will immediately look into what happened and ensure that we take necessary steps to make sure this does not happen again." But when asked to comment on the other concerns raised by Da Silva, a spokesperson said, "We will continue to work with Sarah Marie to offer the support that she needs. It would be inappropriate for us to comment any further on individual cases."
Okay, it is segregation, and they have not listened to her. The thing is that reason why they are not commenting because they know they screwed up. You know you screw up when you don't. Or exactly, let me rephrase it again. You know they screw up when they don't want to comment on it. Organization and company in groups, college, schools, when they screw up, they don't comment on stuff because they know they screwed up and F up or fuck up, you know? So, yeah. School, they were in the wrong, or check with be more exact, the university, they were in the wrong. They knew they fucked up. They did not want to talk about it. But, yeah. So, they are at fault and they were segregated. And yes, I have been a victim of segregation and being treated wrong. So yeah, I know how it feels. It's not fun at all. I've been segregated in school, back in elementary school, not that much in middle school, a lot in high school, but I was fighting against it, and they started realizing that with me turning unattentive, they slowly tried to make it look that way. Or not that way, tried to make it look like they're not segregating me, but they was, and I will eventually down the line get them for it. I'm not doing it right now because they're going to let it burn and teach them a lesson. If you guys know what I mean. But let's get to my BFF or best friend article because she's gonna be in a TV show.
Surprise! I'm so excited to announce that I'm gonna be in a show. It's called The Baddest Show in Town. It's on Sunday, April 5th. I'm so excited to be a part of the production this year and have this amazing opportunity to dance on stage again.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a blast. There are 2 shows, one at 5:30 and one at 8:30.
Not a TV show, my bad.
I hope to see you guys there. You don't want to miss it. Tickets are on sale now. Starstruck, 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 starstruck.
Mm-hmm. But that from my best friend Madison Funk. And yes, I did take her to prom back when I was younger. Which like when we were both were younger. I did take her to prom. She was my prom date, and she also autistic, but she not me and her we did not get together at all. Wow, that went viral quick, like literally. Wow. But something on my Facebook and it went viral. What are the odds about that? Oop, my bad. That's crazy, but yeah. But that one article from earlier, amazing. But yeah, for people who don't know, yes, I did get a video who did not want my video blocked from yesterday from Val. So yeah, it actually happened. She finally got the gifts I sent her. So yeah, it's crazy. I'm looking at interesting. Not ironic, but yeah. What is it? Not um. Hmm, hmm, that sorry about that guy. That got me ticked off. The video. Don't. So because it probably would get demonetized. But yeah. And yeah, I'm a little tired now. But it's just crazy. If you guys know what I mean. But yeah. I don't know how, but that one play with that college. I would be sending them a lawsuit if they done that to me. Straight up, you know? But yeah. But now let's get to my fiance temperature in a minute. But yeah, it's crazy. But it was on video chat. That would do. We had them bony gifts that I sent her. They're right there too. But
I got it. I found this room. Thanks, Dave. Yay! It's my favorite. Yay!
yeah.
OMG! Wow, this is one tough cookie. Yeah. I'll open the rest later.
But that were from my fiance Val. From when I sent her the gifts. But yeah, it's crazy. But she finally got the gifts I sent her. She loved them. It made me happy. But yeah, but it took me to almost 2 years to send them for that one gift. Oh wow, it took a year for it to get to her when she went to Philippines. But because here in the U.S., it was a lot quicker. But yeah, it's crazy. It really is. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. And I hope you guys find the video motivational, again, motivational, and all of the above. And I really do mean it. And I hope you guys have a great Sunday too. And I will talk to you guys later. Signing out. Bye, guys.